living on top of the dead. Close to 100 people in Tampa are preparing to find new homes after a discovery that their homes are located on top of a historic cemetery. 8 on your side's Rod Carter joins us now live from Robles Park Village in Tampa with more. Rod.
Yeah, an incredible story here. These apartments are decades old, and what lurks underneath the ground here, even older. Bodies buried for more than a century.
And she was like, they was here, like this little, it was a little girl that was like spiritualized in the house.
Ronisha Costin has lived here in Robles Park Village in Tampa for years, and she's heard stories of spirits haunting people like one of her old neighbors.
She made them move her over here because she was like, it was like too much going on.
Now that information has been unearthed that there are 126 bodies buried here and possibly more, everything she's heard and experienced makes sense. And doesn't.
It brings you to so many questions like, is this stuff real? Can this stuff be possible? Can spirits come and bother you?
Officials from USF used ground-penetrating radar and found coffins. It's a 100-year-old site called Zion Cemetery for African Americans. How do you feel about knowing that you live
on top of people? Like our ancestors at that. Like this is the first black cemetery, as I'm learning. Like, and yes, I feel some type of way about it. Like, it's saddening that we are living on top of folks. Like, it's saddening.
And now state leaders and city leaders are involved.
Everyone's working. It's going to take a moment, but I think, this is a big project because there might be some areas that are still uncovered. A lot may be uncovered.
The Housing Authority, which owns the land, plans to give new life to the 96 people who live on top of the dead, moving them to other places, and at the same time, give the place where the dead reside a new life too.
It is our deepest wish that the bodies that are interred there now will not be disturbed. I mean, it's been over 100 years, so we're not even remotely thinking about moving the bodies.
And those 96 people who are in those 5 buildings that live out here that are going to move tell us that they should be moving, I think, within the next month or so. I can tell you that people who live out here and who've lived out here for many, many years tell me they don't think it's just isolated to a certain area. The western part of this complex, they think that there may be bodies buried all over here, and they certainly want to be moved too. Wherever they find those bodies, the Housing Authority plans to memorialize this area and not disturb the remains of those who are buried here, and perhaps put up a memorial to remind people of what took place here. Live in Robles Park in Tampa, Rod Carter, 8 on your side.